Good morning here in Singapore. Another rainy morning. I actually like these. When you wake up, you hear the rain outside, and then there's roosters crowing. I saw monkeys the other day. It's almost like I'm living in the rainforest. Anyway, another amazing food day planned for today. Today, hitting off the Tsuta, the first ever Michelin star ramen restaurant in the world. One of my favorite ramen noodles out of Japan. They have a branch here in Singapore. If you recall, Tsuta makes my favorite instant noodles in the world. Something I always get every time I'm back in Japan 7-Eleven. Always go for those noodles. So they open at 11, so a couple more hours. Before then, breakfast is gonna be the sponsor of this video. Tokyo Treat. This is something I'm always so excited to see show up at my doorstep, and they show up wherever I am in the world because they source everything locally from Japan and they ship anywhere in the world. And this month's theme, I can already guess, Moon Festival. Moon Festival is coming up, so grab your mooncakes, everybody. Here in Singapore, Starbucks has really good ones. I'll put a link to that video I made down below. Let's see what's here in the box. Oh, salted lemon Kit Kat. This looks like orange mochi. I think it's the first time seeing a Hello Kitty product in here. Did you guys know Hello Kitty is not a cat? It's actually a little girl. Don't believe me? Look it up. Shrimp chips, aji curry flavor, little bunny cracker, waffles, pizza puffs. Look at this drink. Ume flavored soda. As always, gotta try the Kit Kat of the month. Salted lemon. It did melt a little just because it shipped to Singapore. It's expected. These are extremely lemony. The right one tastes, oh, there's so much lemon. And like I always say, the right one just tastes a little bit better. Look at this. I think it's orange flavored mochi. It's actually mochi with orange juice inside. This is delicious. This might be one of my favorite mochi snacks now. Of course, gotta get the Hello Kitty snack a try. Yeah, tastes like little sweet dinner rolls. This would be good dipped in something. And I have the perfect thing. I cooked the ramen this time, and this ramen here, this is tsukimi udon. If you don't know what tsukimi udon is, it means moon viewing. Basically Japanese festivals for the autumn moon where people gather together to show gratitude for the upcoming harvest. So tsukimi udon usually has an egg on top, just kind of signify the moon, but here they have this, which is a kakiage, a tempura disc. Oh, this is really, really good. Oh, remember this, everybody. Soba is delicious. Wonderfully chewy. The tempura disc is so flavorful. Wow. This is good on my list of one of my all-time favorite instant noodles. And if you get your box by the end of this month, this thing will show up at your door. Wow, such great seafood flavor. The tempura disc tastes like it just came out of the fryer. That's amazing. Anyway, I'm gonna dip my Hello Kitty bun in here. That's a good way to eat that. This is nice, a little sour. Goes good with the udon. Of course, if you don't know about Tokyo Treats, it's a monthly Japanese snack box. And every single month, the theme changes. Like I said, this month is Moon Festival. Every single month, you open your box, you'll get a booklet that details every single snacks in the box, where they come from, how they're made. Interesting tidbits about the culture, the history. Like this time, it gives you the story of the rabbit on the moon. I think all Asian countries have a similar story. And what's unique about this box is that you'll get up to 20 of the latest, most exclusive, limited edition, and seasonal Japanese snacks that are only available in Japan and for a limited time. Like I mentioned before, every time this shows up on my doorstep, it's just a happy day. I can't wait to see the theme. I can't wait to see all the snacks inside. I miss Japan, and this is a great way to get a taste of it. And that's also the mission of this company, which is to spread Japanese culture and tradition through the medium of snacking, and I think they're doing a pretty good job with that. In Tokyo Treats, you're always gonna get something fun. It's definitely something I feel you're gonna love. So if you wanna give it a try, go to my link down below. Use my promo code Mikey. You'll get $5 off your first Tokyo Treat box. And like I said, if you order by the end of this month, this is the box you're gonna get next month. And I highly recommend, especially for that instant noodle. All right, I'm gonna finish breakfast with strawberry waffle, and then we'll go grab some ramen. All right, first stop today at 313 Somerset. I am at Tsuta, the first ever Michelin star ramen restaurant in the world. I went to this place many, many years ago back in Japan, and they produced my favorite instant noodle in the world. Of course, I heard that Singapore had a branch, never been here before. Let's eat. All right, this menu is way different than what I remember. There's truffle soba, there's shio and shoyu. I got the shoyu. There's also some wagyu dome. There's a roll with salted egg. I think that's definitely a signature dish made here in Singapore. A lot of the stuff looks very, very good. One thing I wish they had, they're out of the tonkatsu, so I can't try any of that. And also the mala tonkatsu, the spicy nummy, that one is sold out. Oh, so that's a shame. So this is what their crab soba usually looks like, with a whole crab stuffed into its shell, but they're out of that. So I can only get the regular crab soba, which is just some meat and tomato sauce. That is a shame. That was looking really, really good. Hello. Yeah, please. The food is arriving. All right, so got the crab noodle, the truffle. The crab is smelling amazing. This thing smells like they put a lot of conde miso in here. So scallions on top, a little, I don't know, maybe sour cream, pieces of really thin cut char siu, and of course, the signature flat, straight noodle that Tsuta is known for. As I'm stirring the ingredients together, this thing is just smelling more and more intense. Okay, what is this? Oh, this is butter. Oh, that's good. Oh, that crab flavor is so intense. The soup is very light, but man, that crab flavor is strong. Definitely a lot of conde miso in here. The flavor is so deep and luxurious. Oh, I missed this. The noodles themselves are very al dente. I remember eating at Tsuta and saying the flavor didn't flow into the noodles as much as I wish they did. That's still true. Even though the crab broth is so delicious. And it got such a great flavor. You have to kind of slurp it with the noodle to make sure the flavor gets in there. If you just eat the noodles themselves, not as much. This is just okay. The broth though, that's some amazing stuff. All right, next one up, this is the truffle shoyu. So there's a piece of char siu and there's also iberico pork in here. And you definitely smell all that great truffle flavor from the ramen as you're mixing. Well, that's very good. Wow, that's really good. Nobody touches them when it comes to broth. This is what they're known for. The shoyu is very light, but the flavor is just incredibly deep. One sip of this, you can see why they got their Michelin star. You got that earthiness from the truffle, the nice oil floating on top, the richness and deepness and the umami from the soy sauce. The pork is tender, it's fatty. Even their char siu in this one, I think this is maybe a premium piece of char siu. The iberico pork char siu are just incredibly fatty. At the same time, this dish is so light. This is one of my favorite bowls of ramen in the world. Whenever I go to 7-Eleven Japan, this instant noodle, even the instant noodle version, that tastes better than a lot of the ramen restaurants that I've been to. It's just so good. So they have a wagyu bowl, beautiful poached egg on top. The wagyu is pretty thick cut in this bowl of rice. Oh, look at that sauce penetrated every single grain all the way to the bottom. I take a piece off and that yellow river of yolk just start flowing into the crevices. I love this. The wagyu is deliciously melty. They're pretty lean cuts, but still remarkably tender. Melts in your mouth. Little spice on top, just a tad. Little bit of crunch as well. I would like a little more spice, but this is very nice. The next one is a mala bowl. I'm gonna give you a mala sauce to dunk in here. So go ahead and add the whole thing in. And it's minced meat, scallions, soft-boiled, runny, beautiful egg. I like the wagyu rice bowl, I really do. Because it's wagyu, who doesn't love wagyu? This is 100 times better. And this is cheaper. I think it's about half the price. This is amazing. Tons of spicy, nummy, minced meat. The sauce is incredible. The egg provides that velvety touch. I will come here just to order this. Outside of the ramen, This is my favorite thing. This is so good. It's got incredible amounts of flavor. I mean, the spice to meat to egg to rice ratio, perfection. Wow. All right, one last thing to try. I got a salted egg roll. This is the specialty here. And nothing says Southeast Asia than salted egg. Salmon inside, roll on top, again, covered in salted egg sauce. I like that a lot. The fish is tender, there's avocado inside for a little creaminess. There's pop and roll on top. And of course, that deliciously yummy, rich, creamy salted egg sauce. And I don't know how this will be for people who actually eat sushi a lot. I love it. So I think my favorite thing is the truffle soba, then the mala rice. Those are two things that'll keep me coming back here. Oh my gosh, this mala rice. I think this is only, how much is this? Yeah, it's about 8 Singapore dollars, so about $5 for this pretty good portion of rice and meat and chilies. This is my #1 most highly recommended dish here, above the ramen. This is amazing. I'll come back here every day and eat a couple bowls of this. I'll make my day. Taste all that with some cold wheat tea. Love the spice. A lot of places in Singapore are located in these giant malls. There's malls everywhere. Thank goodness, because it is hot here. Every single mall has tons of food options. Another place I really want to go to, 5th floor, Food Republic. This is a giant food hall. It's in a lot of different malls, a lot of collection of eateries, and this one I'm going to. It looks so good. Hi, could I please have the Soto Tangka Itari? I've been wanting to try this place for a while now because there's so many people who say this is one of the best Indonesian restaurants on the islands in this food court, and everything is so authentic tasting. First of all, I got the Soto Betawi. It's basically an Indonesian pork stew cooked in coconut milk, and it smells, oh, that smells good. Whew. This is a very big contrast to that light ramen broth I just had. This is good. Oh, it's so good. Wow, that's delicious. I forgot whether I had this when I went to Indonesia or not, but oh my god, this is amazing. Oh, wow. There's so much flavor in this. You taste the spice, you taste the citrus, definitely that fragrant coconut milk. Oh, wow. God, this is good. Squeeze a little calamansi in here. I don't know if I'm supposed to put the sambal in there or not. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. I'll try some of the rice. It looks and tastes like chicken rice. Go ahead and mix some of the sambal onto the rice itself. Bring in some of that broth. Amazing. There's so many different spices in here. Again, I taste the coconut milk. The citrus, and I'm just gonna take some rice and just soak it right up in here. Oh, so good. Take some rice, take a little dipper, pick up some of that meat. The beef is tender, some pieces have good amounts of fat. That rich, deep, citrusy flavor has penetrated that meat so well. Whenever I think I'm used to this flavor, and then I take another bite, and it shocks me all over again. I know I'm saying this wrong. Mei ayam rika is spicy chicken noodles. Here, there's some cabbage, tons of chilies on top, chicken, and super thin sauce-covered noodles on the bottom. Oh my goodness, this looks so good. Oh, those noodles are covered. Ooh. This noodle dish is flooring me right now. Extremely flavorful. The chicken is tender. And that flavor has penetrated deep inside the chicken. It's so rich, it's so full of umami. Just sip of this broth. This is really good broth, by the way. And guys, let me tell you, I didn't want something too spicy today. I know it's a shock because I gotta go outside after this and walk around 90-degree heat, so I didn't want something that's gonna make me boil on the inside whilst I'm boiling on the outside. So I got a level 2 out of 4. 2 out of 4. This thing is eating me alive at a 2 out of 4. I think this, at its full potential of spiciness, will basically prevent me from going outside all day today. The two dishes here, there is nothing subtle about the flavor. I mean, the beef is citrusy, it's fragrant, it's coconutty. The chicken is just pure, concentrated flavor and heat. I mean, I saw the cabbage in here, the raw cabbage, and I was thinking, that doesn't look so good. I'm counting on that to survive right now. The noodles themselves are extremely chewy. And again, every strand is just covered in that incredible heat. Saturated with that chicken spice, umami flavor combo. I gotta just keep in mind, I'm in Southeast Asia right now. They do not kid around when it comes to spice, especially when it comes to Indonesian food or Thai food. This too will be a borderline spice challenge back in the US. Whew. Gotta shave diet for a couple reasons. One, my mouth is on fire. And two, this whole thing with jelly and red bean and corn, about $2 Singapore. And it feels so good. Oh, it's such an inexpensive, delicious way to either when your mouth's on fire because you ate something or you're trying to escape the heat. This is always a good way to end the meal. Another reason I love these malls here in Singapore, there's a couple things I feel like every single mall has. One is a food court, of course, and the other one, arcade. Grab some food, win yourself a stuffed animal. It's just so nostalgic because arcades pretty much disappeared in the US. Like Aladdin's Castle, I don't know how many of you guys remember that place. That's where I grew up. Street Fighter pretty much raised me. We've been in Singapore for almost 2 weeks now. I'm still a bit jet lagged, so still been taking naps during the day. Right now it's about 7 p.m. It's dinner time. I already know what I want for dessert tonight. Look at this. Haagen-Dazs mooncake. I need this. So, but let's get some food first. I'm trying to find this Japanese restaurant, this yakitori place. Still get used to the Singapore heat. Everywhere you walk, about 10 minutes later, you're, at least for me, I'm covered in sweat. All right, so this is a very high-end yakitori. It's definitely not cheap. So basically what you do is you just point to whatever you want, they skewer it for you. And everything is cooked right in front of you. It's just a really cool dining experience. The only regrettable thing is I can't actually see them grill the food in front of me because there's like a wall of wine that's kind of blocking the view. That would have been even better. But this is still really, really beautiful. We randomly find these random places because so many food spots everywhere you go. Today I was just walking around Orchard and just came across this spot. This is really nice. They just brought over this little appetizer, cow sauce over daikon. I have no idea what this is. I was trying to ask them, but I'm still kind of confused. Daikon is nice. This whole dish is beautiful. Anyway, this is really good. I have no idea what it is. It's like something in between a fish cake and maybe a sea urchin. That's good though. Thank you. Thank you. That's so cool how they hand you the food. Though my first two skewers have gotten here. One is the pork belly, one is the wagyu. Nice subtle little crunch. Really not much to it besides salt, but perfectly cooked. There's other dipping sauces here as well. I think that's some sort of miso dipping sauce. Let me see. Yuzu dipping sauce. One's a sesame dipping sauce, one's a yuzu dipping sauce. The wagyu is here. served with chips of garlic, and I don't know what this is. I think some caramelized onions. I'm gonna actually dip it in some of the yuzu. Freshly grilled A5 Wagyu. This thing did in my mouth exactly what I do when I'm walking around outside on the streets of Singapore. It melted. And I love the way that they deliver the food to you on a giant paddle. I mean, last time I saw a paddle that big, I was in college, and it's a memory I kind of want to block out. I'm glad now it's being replaced with something much fonder. I mean, slices of Wagyu is good, but cubes of Wagyu, that's when you're really able to enjoy that beautiful marble, rich, velvety texture slowly creep over every single taste bud on your tongue. This gives you such a beautiful sensation. There's nothing like it. I mean, I've had A5 Wagyu many times in my life. Every single time, it doesn't fail to shock you with how good it is. Next, I thought this was just regular beef belly. They told me this is actually Wagyu beef belly. Dip this in the yuzu again. Wow. Oh, you taste so much of that smoke, and it's just beautifully charred.
So this is the Wakayama beef.
Wow. Wait, what's so special about this?
This is one of the best charcoal in the world. It grills at a very low temperature and low and consistent temperature. It produces very little smoke.
This is out of this world. I mean, A5 Wagyu already is so marble, but the beef stomach is just the butter of butter. And they just told me that this sesame sauce they get, it's only made for them by the suppliers in Japan. Holy moly. Wow. Some baby corn. One, because this looks adorable. And two, gotta eat some vegetables. Oh, that's sweet. The sauce is some sort of butter sauce. It's very, very nice. Next, got some shiitake mushrooms. Some sesame, I think some miso in here as well. And some of the other vegetables. I mean, this is pretty much just as good as the meat. I mean, it's so fresh. Sauce pairing is really good. The quality is fantastic. All right, so this is the duck, and a little bit of like pork crackling on the side. Well, that's a smoky piece of duck. Deliciously juicy, beautiful char. The sauce is a little sweet. I mean, that's such a nice umami element to this dish. Chase it with a little bit of the pork crackling, or oh no, this is duck skin crackling. Whoa. Oh, this is like candy. I am all in on the veggies today. Eggplant. This is such a juicy eggplant. Little sesame seed in here, make the flavor even more fragrant. I think there's some sweet glaze they added on this as well, which kind of enhances the sweetness of the eggplant itself. I'm getting older, like just gravitating towards more vegetables, eating a lot of vegetables today. Oh, it's so juicy. This eggplant quality is so good. Next dish that they brought out is a shark skin flounder. So it's basically a flounder. It has skin of, kind of looks like the skin of a shark with some miso sauce on the side, with some miso sauce, red chilies on the side. Chase it with some of that deliciously smoky, sweet red pepper. Oh, that skin is what makes this amazing. The fish is already good. Wow, look at this. First of all, that's definitely the belly part. It's so fatty, completely melts in your mouth. Wow, and you hear that crunch. Holy moly. It's almost like a T-bone steak, where one end you get the filet, which is like very lean, very tender. And the other end, it's just fat. I mean, if you missed it the first time, listen to this again. I definitely ordered a lot today. Next is the whole fish. This is the Yakitori, or tread fin bream. This is so pretty. Whole grilled fish. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, forget about it. Oh. The flesh is so soft. Really nothing on this but a little sprinkle of salt, lime juice. The flesh is so flaky and soft. Not really much bones in here either. It's such a clean tasting fish. And I could take in a little bit of that yuzu, a bit of that sesame, if I want to have additional flavor. But really, just the fish itself, a little salt, perfect. So for dessert, it's a Vietnamese bird's nest, and then hot oolong tea is poured all over it. There's some flower petals in here. It smells so fragrant. Wow, because with the flowers, whoa. Very floral broth. I've actually never really had bird's nest before. Oh, this is so yummy. It's like sipping on a flower garden. Oh. House mochi. Mochi is so soft. And the leaf gives off such a nice minty flavor. This has been a completely unexpected, delicious meal. I mean, I just wandered in here tonight. No idea what this place was. Just kind of wanted to get some skewers. And turn it into a full-blown, delicious meal. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm up for mooncakes anymore today, but I'll probably save that for tomorrow. This has been an incredibly amazing dining experience. And as always, all the places I went to listed down below for you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Until we eat again, see you later.